Together with the sports bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. We'll be joined here by my brother Tim in a little bit. But today we've got a big card to go over. We get 4 games in the NHL playoffs. We get a full 16 game slate. We're only going to be going over 15 because one of them is a doubleheader in the MLB. And then we get 4 games in the NBA playoffs to wrap it up. I've already moved on 2 of these NHL games for tonight. And then I've moved on no baseball so far, which I know a few I'm going to move on. I've moved on 1 NBA game so far as well. So there's that. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1 went right, 1 went wrong in the world of sports betting. Not a pretty day for me. Overall down 2.4 units. NHL went 1-1, down 0.15 units. First period under 1.5. New York, Carolina loser. Full game under 5.5 winner. So split out, lost the juice. Frustrating game. The Islanders look like the better team in that game. They carried play for most of it and just hockey, playoff hockey, fluky goals, and that's all she wrote there. MLB was not fun yesterday. I think it was like my first true MLB stinker in a while because MLB had been pretty good. I'm trying to go back to see the last time I lost more than a unit in a day of MLB, and it's it's been 8 days since I had a day of worse than 1 unit, and that was when I went 2-5-1 on April 13th. Which that day was the ugly. That day I believe was the ugly day that finished, down 7 units. So, I haven't had a stinker like that in the MLB in a bit, and it was down 2.55 units. We're still up over 20. I'm still up over 20 units in the MLB season so far. 3-6-2 yesterday. Lost with New York, Tampa Bay over 8.5. Pushed Detroit, Minnesota first 5 under 4. There was 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th, which killed that. Chicago -1 game 1. They were up by 1. I was hoping heading into the ninth. They gave up 2 runs in the ninth and lost. I couldn't even get the push there. Mets money line, they get the job done. Houston, Washington over 9, pushed, pays to shop around. Sometimes it was 9.5 everywhere else. Boston, Pittsburgh, first 5 under 4.5 winner. Chicago White Sox, first 5. Chicago White Sox full game, double loser there for the -300 fade. I believe it's now 3-3, but still up a pretty decent amount of money. Angels, first 5, +108, loser. Royals, first 5, even money, loser. Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs, run line, game 2, winner there. So ended off the night with a win, but was a very shaky day there. 3-3 in the NBA, but up 0.3 units because one of my losers was a half unit money line. Cleveland Cavaliers started off the day well. First half -2.5, they win by, I believe, 12. And the full game -5, they win by, I believe, 12 or 14. Full game there. Sixers, they got off to a hot start. Embiid got hurt. They fell down by a lot, and then they came all the way back and then fell apart at the end. So fun times there. Lose the +3.5, lost the +140. Denver loses the first half, but wins the full game by double digits. First half -3.5, full game -7. Split out there. Win on the lose on the first half, win on the full game. Overall, 7-2 and 7-10-2, down 2.40 units yesterday. So not the greatest of days yesterday, but we will move on to today, and hopefully today's a better day. I feel bad for the guy who said he was putting his mortgage on the Cubs run line yesterday. Ouch. I was 7-7, slightly down, yeah. The Leafs did not show up. That was bad. Matthews can't win the series all by himself. Matthews had a wide open net and ringed it off the crossbar. That being said, I've already bet the Toronto Maple Leafs +114 for game 2. I've already bet Toronto tomorrow. Bet I've already made. There. Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning. Real Deal Prime. The Isles blocked so many shots yesterday. Does that mean we see Sorokin? No. I don't think you see Sorokin because with Varlamov, he looked fine. Varlamov looked fine. He gave up a power play goal 2 minutes into the game because I forgot who it was. Took a dive, and that was a terrible call. 90 seconds in to the playoffs, and you make that terrible call to give the Canes a power play that early in the game. That was terrible. Awful. So he gave up the power play snipe by Kuznetsov, which was not a bad goal to give up. The goal by Nason, you kind of want that back a little bit, and then it was an empty nickel. No, Varlamov looked fine. I don't know if we see Sorokin. I think we'd see Sorokin if they go down 2-0 in the series. That's my thought process is that. Varlamov got you to this point. You're in the playoffs because of Varlamov at the end of the year. You give him more than a game. And he's got the playoff experience. So does Sorokin. When you have Sorokin in your back pocket, you're fine. That's saved by Freddie to start the third. Freddie Anderson was so frustrating yesterday. So frustrating. Cubs game 1 was brutal. No Nylander, yeah. But still, you got Tavares, you got Marner, you got Matthews, you got talent. I don't get it. And they were the Maple Leafs were the better team in that game. When you look at the advanced analytics and things like that, stay out of the box. The Brewers had 7 power plays yesterday. I look for that that's another reason why I bet the Leafs game 2 is I expect them to be better than they were in game 1. And I will probably add the first period as well. Yeah. Morning, Nick. I'm up 2,500 over the last 3 days. Fire. There you go. The Nuggets first half, brutal because they cover full game. Yeah, I end up splitting on it. I played both. It is what it is. Swayman looked so good. Swayman looked awesome yesterday as well because the Leafs did not make it easy on him. So there's that. I hate it when I forget to delete Tim's college baseball because I don't need the scrolling in the scroller there. There we go. Well, let's get into it here. This is an interesting series that I am looking to see how it plays out. I have Florida Panthers to win the East at 4-1. I have Florida Panthers to win the Cup at 10-1. I feel no interest in getting involved in this. I feel no need to get involved with this series unless something happens here. Game 1, this game dropped the puck in about 2.5 hours. The Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Panthers are on -165 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. We're seeing 5.5s. We're seeing 6s. Depending on your book, I'm seeing 5.5s now. I see a 6 on Bet Online. Shop around if you like this over. This line opened up at a 6 at +104. It got down to a 5.5, and it's back up to a 6 at +101. And this line opened up at a -158. It's up to a 167. So we've had a move towards the Panthers, and we've had a move towards the over in this game here. Let's take a look and see what type of cash flow we have for this one here. The Battle of Florida, where we have 61% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on the Panthers, which explains the line movement towards the Panthers. 15% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the over here in this one. These two teams have the ability to play overs against each other, especially when you're giving me a 5.5 in this game, which is probably where I'm looking to go. My initial thought was Tampa Bay wins game 1, and I'm going to come back in game 2 and bet the Panthers -1. I'm going to bet the Panthers to win the series. Down 1-0 in the series. That's my intent. Is I have nothing on like a series prop or anything like that. When it comes to series props, I bet the Bruins, the Islanders, the Predators, and the Avalanche. And my intentions are if they lose game 1, I will bet the Panthers to win the series, the Oilers to win the series, and the Vegas Golden Knights to win the series. Those are the 3 teams I'm looking to bet. And maybe the Rangers as well. Maybe I'd bet the Rangers to win the series if they go down 1-0. But if they go down 1-0, that goes from what, -450 to -250. I don't see any value on there. So that's kind of tough to want to go after there. These two teams, they played each other 4 times this year. No, they played 5 times this year. They played February 6th, 2023. No, that was last year. They played 3 times this year. Panthers won the first 2 meetings. The Lightning won the last one. The road team has won every matchup. The road team has won 4 straight games in this series. So there's that. A little bit of playoff history between these two teams as the Lightning swept them a couple years ago when the Florida Panthers won the President's Trophy. I think the Panthers win this series in 6. I'm looking at this over. A little bit of updated information. I had to refresh my page where we have 81% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is on the Panthers. The line moving towards them. Fit 92% of the tickets, 89% of cash on them. I'm interested in this over. And I think this is a game that I'm not going to go gung-ho on game ones like I have in previous years. I have a couple spots I like for game ones. I bet the next 2 games. I'm going to look to try to play game 2s more. And my intentions are Lightning win game 1. I bet the Panthers win the series, and I bet the Panthers -1 game 2. And I leave this game alone. So it's going to be a pass for me, but I have a plan for this system here. See. Barkov assist. I could see that. Panthers 60-minute regulation. I could see that. Kachuk over 3.5 shots. Leaving now. I'll try to be there for the beginning of MLB. Fair. Panthers money line 500 units. Let's see it if the Panthers hype is for real. No 500 units. I know you're probably trying to jinx them. No. System play. Teams on winning streaks. I bet them because 2 wins makes up for any future loss. Fair. Back up. Talking hype. Panthers prove it. Yeah. And I do think the Panthers win the series. I do. Lightning in 6. And Stirring Co saying, let's go Bolts. I think the Lightning can win game 1. I do. And I think this could be a little bit more of a road dominated series. Let's get into the next one here. I have bet this game already, the New York Rangers and the Washington Capitals. We have the Rangers as -230 favorites in this one. Total of 5.5 in this game. This line has gone from a 225 up to a 233 for the Rangers. Line opened up at a 5.5 at even money. It's a 5.5 at -101. I do think overs could be a decent look in this series. 73% of the tickets, 72% of the cash up on the over. We have 93% of the tickets and 81% and 80% of the cash is on the Rangers. In this game, the line's moving towards the Rangers in this spot. The Washington Capitals come into this game winning 3 in a row and 4 of their last 5 heading into the playoffs. They beat the Lightning, the Bruins, and the Flyers their last 3 games of the regular season, which was 3 games in 4 days. Now they finally get a few days off. They get some time to rest. And I look for them to be energized here as they came into the playoffs playing well. So did the Rangers a little bit too. They won back-to-back games, a shootout win against the Islanders, and then a 4-0 win against the Senators to end the regular season. And for me, one thing that does worry me with the Rangers is I don't know if they've been in playoff mode. And I think it could take a minute for them to truly get into playoff mode here. When you're the Washington Capitals, you've been playing that playoff mode for 3 months now. And I like the Capitals in this game, only the first period, though, because the Rangers are the best third period comeback team. I can easily see this as the Capitals win the first period, and then you go ahead and you live bet the Rangers because the Rangers come back and win this game. I took the Capitals first period in this game at +150. I got it over on Caesars. That was the best available number. I'm going to look for the Capitals to step up for the first 20 minutes, and that is it. Because I know over the full 60 minutes, the Rangers probably win this game. The Rangers probably win this series in 6. I would be curious to see what the Rangers series price would be if they would lose this game. So I'm on the Washington Capitals in the first period at +150. That is it for this game. I'm just going to ask the Caps to step up in the first game. No, you do not have 500 units on the Panthers. Unless your units are, 10 cents and you put $50 on them, you're not going to put, 50 grand on them? No. Lafreniere over 2.5 shots. Yeah, you can see that. Caps money line and puck line -1.5. Rangers money line is another nuke. I want to see if the Rangers hype is for real. I think you're just trying to jinx teams. The Bruins smashed. Yes, they did. I did bet the Leafs game too, though. But, Nasty Nate, I do have the Bruins to win the series at -120. So, yeah. Rangers in the over, easy money. I do kind of like that over. I think I am interested in the over in that game there. Let's keep it moving, though. Colorado Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets. We have the Colorado Avalanche. My bad. The Jets, we're seeing them around 110, 115 favorites here. It's a pick 'em with a total of 5.5 in this game. Line opened up with Winnipeg a couple days ago at 140, but then immediately moved down to 106. And now it's around 108. So we've had like a couple cent line movement towards Winnipeg. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 109. It's now 5.5. So it opened up at a 6. It's moved to 5.5. 92% of the tickets, 88% of the cash on the over. 70% of the tickets, 68% of the cash is on the Jets in this game here. And one thing that I really like for this spot, which I was staring at it last night and I hadn't bet it yet. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on it now. I'm going to take the Avalanche in the first period as well. I'm on the Avalanche full game and I'm going to take them first period here. I like the Avalanche to win the series. I bet them to win the series. I bet them to win the West. I bet them to win the Cup. I think the Colorado Avalanche are the best team in the Western Conference. I know they didn't end the season that way, but I think talent-wise, the Colorado Avalanche are the best team in the Western Conference. And I don't see the Winnipeg Jets as a team that is built for the playoffs. Their power play is bottom 10 in the NHL. Their penalty kill is bottom 10 in the NHL. And if this game's going to be on special teams, which, breaking news, you're against Colorado, they got a lot of speed, they draw a lot of penalties. You're going to be seeing the Jets on the penalty kill an awful lot, I think, in this series. And that is a bad recipe when you have to go up against a top 5 power play in the NHL and the Colorado Avalanche, to a point where I think Rantanen and McKinnon and Makar are going to eat in this series. I think this is going to be a dominated series from them. I would look towards props, maybe McKinnon over 1.5 points, Makar over 1.5 points. Ran over 1.5 points, maybe power play points as well. I think is a good look for in this game, because I do think this game will be won on the power play for the Colorado Avalanche. I just see too much of a discrepancy in the special teams. Now, granted, yes, I'm aware the goaltending advantage is 100% with Winnipeg in this series, and maybe that's what saves Winnipeg. This could be Hellebuck's series to steal, and if he does steal the series, I tip my cap. I bet the Jets last year against the Vegas Golden Knights, thinking that Hellebuck can steal me a game. But with that being said, I mean, I have no interest in the Jets. I just don't think they're built the right way for a playoff run. And I know a lot of people think that this Jets team can go far. I'm just not a believer in the Jets. So I'm going to also be on the first period puck line here, or first period money line, because remember the last two times these teams played, it was in Colorado and it was a shellacking from the hands of the Winnipeg Jets, where it was 7-0 Jets. I look for the Avalanche to step up here, at least in the first period, full game as well. I'm going to be on both here. I'm going to be on the Avalanche. First period money line, full game money line. I got the full game money line minus 108 on DraftKings. Is it still minus 108 on DraftKings? It's minus 105 on DraftKings now, so you can get a better price. And I'm getting the first period at minus 110. So doubling up on the Avalanche here, first period, full game. Let's see. Yo. Jets in the under. No. Surprised the Bruins to win the series was minus 120. I would have grabbed it. That I assumed it would be worse. I mean, I was shocked too. I got it minus 120 on FanDuel. I saw 125s and 130s out there as well. So you had to shop around for the 120. But yeah, leading Jets money line, goalies. The Avs goalie is going to struggle. Yeah, they've already confirmed Georgiev, and we'll see. So yeah, didn't the Jets sweep the Avs? They swept the Avs during the regular season. Yes. Yep. Kylie under. Morrissey assists. Makar assists. Whoa. Makar assists minus 114. I did put him in my Pub Sports radio pool. I have McKinnon. I have Rantanen. I have Makar. And I got Nichushkin. I got Valery Nichushkin as my fourth guy. So I like I have plenty of Avalanche part of my team. Oh, I also got Devon Taves. That was the other one. Devon Taves. I knew I had a second one there. But yeah. Toffoli over 2.5 shots plus 102. There you go. Last game of the playoffs here. And this one is one I have a playoff series future on. But I don't know how to bet this game. We have the Nashville Predators and the Vancouver Canucks. And this one here, the Canucks minus 140 favorites, total 5.5 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have this line opened up with the Canucks as minus 150 favorites. It's down to a 138. Line opened up at a 5.5 plus 109. It's now a 5.5 minus 116. So we've had to move towards the under. We've had to move towards Nashville in this game here with, let's see, wow, with 86% of tickets and 76% of the cash is on the Canucks, and the line moving towards Nashville. 89% of tickets, 96% of the cash on the over here as well. I am very interested in Nashville in this game. I bet Nashville at plus 140 to win the series, and I'm going to add them here money line in this game here. I'm getting plus 125 on Bet365. You can also get plus 125 on FanDuel as well. I'm going to opt for Bet365 with the up 3 goals promo. Not that I see the Preds blowing a 3-goal lead in this game. When you look at the Predators team, they're coming into the playoffs. Now they struggled down the stretch the last few games. But this is a Predators team that was one of the best teams of the second half. And the Canucks, they sort of got it figured out a little bit. We will have Demko in net for these Canucks. Now he is back and healthy. Demko Saros is going to be a great goalie matchup here in this series. I'm going to be on the Preds here, plus 125 in this one to close out my NHL playoffs game or day 2 card. So Capitals first period, Colorado first period full game, and the Preds here for me today. No totals, just the sides in this one. Canucks and 6. Canucks money line. I think home ice is so important. You have to take advantage of it. We'll see. Taking the over. Good luck, everyone. Yep. But we'll make the transition now from the NHL to the MLB. We have, let me switch over my side. Let's see if Action Network wants to show up today and actually have numbers, which would be awesome. They do have numbers today. Thank you for being useful, because that was very frustrating yesterday. And no surprise, I didn't have the market to work with, and I laid an egg yesterday. It was a bad day yesterday. Let's get into it here. Aaron Savali and Luis Gil, your pitching matchup. The line opened up at a 125 for the Yankees. It's up to a 128 for the Yankees. So we've had to move towards the Yankees. Line opened up at a 9 at even money. It's down to an 8.5 at minus 105. We have 89% of tickets and 99% of the cash is on the Yankees in this game. Explaining the line movement towards the Yankees. This is not a spot I would like to be on, though. And then we have 69% of the tickets, nice, and 73% of the cash is on the over in this game, with this line moving towards the under in this spot, which is interesting. Definitely interesting to see that. I did not expect the line to move down with that type of money on it. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Aaron Savali and Luis Gil, your pitching matchup here. This will be Savali's 5th appearance of the year with a 2.74 ERA, 0.91 whip, 10.17 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 1.57 walks per 9, a 2.22 BABIP, a 4.29 FIP, and a 2.97 Sierra. On the flip side, we have Luis Gil with a 3.86 ERA, 1.43 whip, 12.86 strikeouts per 9, which is 33%. He has walked 9 per 9 innings. He had 7 walks in his last start against the Blue Jays. This is his 4th appearance of the year. A 231 BABIP, a 256 FIP, and a 5.16 Sierra, which draws my attention a little bit towards the Tampa Bay Rays here, because I do think they have the pitching advantage with Aaron Savali in this matchup. The bullpen advantage does go towards the New York Yankees in this one. 4.24 FIP, 4.33 Sierra compared to 5.66 and 4.76. Hitting advantage goes towards the Yankees, 114 WRC plus, which is 5th against righties. And then the Rays, 103, which is 13th. Which everything here kind of points towards, for me, the Rays first 5. Yes, I get it. The lines move slightly towards the Yankees in this game. I kind of want to see what the first 5 numbers done, because the Rays are a first 5 team for me now. They're a first 5 only. The line has not moved. I think the Rays can show up here, give me a good 5 innings in this spot. I do not trust their bullpen, and I do not trust the Rays bats for full 9 innings as well, with the Yankees having the hitting advantage in this game too. So I'm going to look at this first 5 money line here with the Tampa Bay Rays in this game and see what the best available number is, and kind of write this, or let's see, not write this down, but plus 110. I'm going to take a little plus 110 here, first 5 money line with the Tampa Bay Rays. Over on bet 365. So we'll grab a little of that plus. That's the full game. I apologize. That's the full game. First 5 is plus 105. That I'm fine with that. 5 cents worse than the full game, but I don't have to worry about the Rays bullpen, and I don't have to worry about the Yankee bats taking over late. So Rays first 5 plus 105 for me here, taking a shot with Tampa Bay. See, over 8.5. Yeah, I could see it. Both these teams are above average hitting. The only thing for me though, Tim, is the market moved down. The market moved down, and there's been bigger bets on the over, which is going to keep me completely off of an over. Took Yankees last night, but don't like how everyone is on them. Yeah. Maybe you can call this a fade the public type of play, but I do see a little bit of an edge with Savali over Gill as well, especially after the 2-0 game yesterday. Yeah, but the market's moved down even though the bigger bets are coming in on the over. So that's a stay off spot for me when it comes to that. Oh, boy. We're doing this again. All right. We have the Chicago White Sox and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies minus 315 favorites in this game. Total of 7.5 in this spot. You guys know my opinion on minus 300 favorites. Let's get into it here. We have Nastranini taking on Aaron Nola. Line opened up at a 275. It's up to a 315. So we've had a big move towards the Phillies, which has put them in the minus 300 territory. Line opened up at a 7.5 minus 120. It's now down to a 7.5 and minus 105. So we've had a move towards the under, and we've had a move towards the Phillies. 96% of the tickets, 91% of the cash on the Phillies. We have 89% of the tickets and 87% of the cash on the under in this game here. I do think this game could be a little bit of an under spot as well. But with that being said, this is a minus 300. So it will be the minus 300 fade. I'm seeing a 4 for the first 5 under. I kind of lean in that direction as well, but it's going to be the minus 300 fade for me in this game. Very reluctant on it, but it is what it is. And you got to stick to your guns. You just got to. And these are going to both be on Caesars because Caesars is offering me the best numbers here on these games. It's going to be the White Sox first 5 at plus 240 and the White Sox full game at plus 260. No team in the MLB should be minus 300 favorites. Yes, that's going to lead us to betting some really crappy teams. I am aware of that. But with that being said, it's been profitable the last few years. You blindly bet against these big favorites, and it's profitable by the end of the year because you get we'll lose a bunch of these, but we'll have games where, hypothetically speaking, they win today, first 5 in full game. We'll be up 5 units on the game. Yes, I'm aware we will lose a bunch of these. I'm shooting to hit 35% on these plays, and that'll be profitable. So it's going to be White Sox first 5 plus 240, White Sox full game plus 260. Yeah. Philly run line, no. Not sure if I trust the under. Philly could put up 7 by themselves. Yep. Heard that bet before. Yeah, me and Jose Bouquet have been doing this for a couple years now. We were profitable doing it last year. I'm profitable doing it this year at a 3-3 record. Yes, you've heard that bet before because Jose Bouquet and I both do it. Shout out to Jose Bouquet from Pub Sports Radio. Say Hey Plays. And he does a lot of the producing over there as well for the minus 300 fade. I think he just does it full game. I do it first 5 and full game because I noticed a couple of years ago when I first started doing it, I only did the full games, and they would win the first 5s, and I'd get really pissed off because they would lose the full games. And I wanted an opportunity where if they win the first 5 but lose the full game or flip it, I can have a profitable day, a profitable game with them with this fade. So yeah. Let's see. I'm not trying to combine these bets. There we go. I just locked them in. Plus 260 full game, plus 240 first 5. We'll move on here. We have the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Boston Red Sox. The Pirates, my bad, minus 140 favorites. Total of 8.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history here between Winkowski and Martin Perez in this game here. This line opened up with the Pirates as 140 favorites. It got up to a 145, and it's back down to a 140. So no line movement there on the side. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's an 8.5 minus 105. So we've moved towards the under. We have a move towards the Pirates in this game. No line movement on the side. We have 74% of the tickets and 56% of the cash on the Pirates with no line movement here. 71% of the tickets, 67% of cash on the over, with the line moving towards the under, which is kind of interesting there. We cashed with the first 5 under yesterday in this series. Let's take a look at this game, though, where we have Winkowski and Martin Perez. I want to take a look at what Winkowski has done this year. Winkowski is going to give you all of 2 innings, if that. 1 to 2 innings is all he's really going to give you. So I'm not going to read too much into his numbers. Martin Perez has looked good so far this year. This is his 5th appearance. This is going to be his 2nd home game. He was at home against the Tigers, his only one other home game. He was on the road against the Marlins, the Nationals, and the Mets. 2.55 ERA, 1.26 whip, 5.84 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 2.55 walks per 9, a 295 BABIP, a 3.4 FIP, and a 4.57 SIERA. The bullpen advantage 100% goes to the Pittsburgh Pirates here, 3.41 FIP, 3.31 SIERA compared to 3.86 FIP and a 3.44 SIERA for the Red Sox. Hitting advantage does go towards the Red Sox, 99 WRC plus, which is 20th against lefties compared to 88 WRC plus, which is 21st against righties. This game really has no interest for me. I kind of want to back the Red Sox first 5 if I had to bet anything in this game. But it is going to be probably just a nothing play for me. In this one, Christian Javier has been scratched from his start today. It's going to be Hunter Brown, which kind of makes me feel like I like the over in this game a little bit more too. But I have to adjust that on my spreadsheet because I had Christian Javier, who had been okay this year. So no play for me in this game here. I would lean Red Sox first 5 and under, but no player.
Hello. I did put my thing in the chat. I like the Red Sox. This is a Pittsburgh team that's a fade team right now. They've lost 5 in a row, and we've been fading them pretty much this entire road through this. They've now lost 2 in a row to the Red Sox, in danger of getting swept here. They got swept by the Mets. They did win. They split against the Phillies. But after their really, really solid start, where they were 11 and 5, now 11 and 10, and they could be even.
They did this last year too.
Yeah, exactly. And I mentioned that right before the Mets series. I said this could be a good time to start fading the Pittsburgh Pirates because they have not looked good as of late. So let's ride the let's keep fading the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we'll take the Red Sox in the money line today.
I lean in that direction, but I'm not going to pull the trigger on it. Okay. I don't trust Winkowski. That's my problem. Is Winkowski's not going? Who's going to be coming out of the bullpen for today for the Red Sox? It's my worry. So
that's fair. To the chat, I'm going to quickly put up I was going to put up the over in the Yankee game and the Red Sox.
Okay. Over. Yeah, I can see that. Red Sox money line, says Tim. Fair.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Breaking news, right, Tim? Red Sox smash. No. Not nasty. We're gonna come back to this a little bit later. Celtics smash. We'll get into that there. You've been on fire in hockey. I've been better in baseball lately. Hockey has not been as good, but it's been okay. It's not been as good as baseball has. Give me the Red Sox at plus money. I lean for Red Sox first 5. That would be my look here. Give me MA Long did it again at plus 300 odds. Oh, table tennis. Okay. Morning. Bet against Astros. Yeah, Hunter Brown's gonna be the starter here, and let's get into it because here's the news of the day. It's not going to be Christian Javier. It's going to be Hunter Brown. He'll be taking on Mitchell.
Is that line right now?
This line, I will update it because let's see if we even have a line available. And if you like this game, maybe list action. This line opened up at a 9.5 down to a 9, but the last update on this line was at 7.10. Line opened up at a 175 and it went up to a 187. This last one was at 842. So we don't know how this line has moved with Hunter Brown. My assumption is the Astros are probably going to go from around that 187 mark down to around a 165, 160 mark. That's my guess, is this line's going to drop around 20 cents. So if you like the Astros and Hunter Brown, wait. If you like the Nationals, bet it now and list action. Don't list your pitchers, list action. This is going to be a tricky game. I want the Astros in this game. And I get it. Hunter Brown has looked terrible this year.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to be that bad this year, though. And here's the thing that really pushed me towards liking the Astros. I wanted the Astros more Christian Javier, which may push me in a different direction. But let's get into the cash flow in this game, which I don't think really matters anymore because of the pitching change. So this is a tricky spot here. I think the answer is if you like the Astros, you just take the team total over because this team absolutely mashes lefties. And Mitchell Parker is coming in. This is his second career start. If you're wondering his first career start, he got me the minus 300 fade last time. The Nationals beat the Dodgers. It was Mitchell Parker in the game where he took on what game? What game was that? I just clicked it and then I clicked back.
Dodgers. I think it was Glasnow.
Yeah, he outdueled Tyler Glasnow. That was right. Which was great. He cashed the first 5. He cashed the full game. He gave up 2 earned runs on 4 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. He looked great. But now, this is going to sound crazy, Tim. This is a step up in competition for Mitchell Parker. Why, you're saying? Well, look at the Astros numbers versus lefties this year. They destroy them. 149 WRC plus, which is number 1 in baseball. On the other side, Mitchell Parker, 106 WRC plus, which is ninth. I want to back the Astros, and I want nothing to do with Hunter Brown, which is going to lead me to fade Mitchell Parker. I'm going to have you prove me wrong this time. I backed you last game because your opponent was a minus 300. I'm going to go against you this game. And I'm seeing a team total over 5 here on Caesars with the Houston Astros. I'm going to bet the Astros team total over in this spot. In this game, they mash lefties, and I want nothing to do with Hunter Brown. And I can see Hunter Brown having a decent game. I can see Hunter Brown getting lit up, and I'm going to have it a possibility where I do not care how he does. I just want them to score 5 runs. Minus 110.
Yeah, I was looking towards the opposite way. I remember last year we wanted to back Hunter Brown. This year I do not. I don't think he's that as good as we thought. And even against the Nationals team, which I still feel like this Nationals team is going to be scrappy this year. They're going to be the 4th place team. We kind of predicted that one. We kind of said Nationals 4, Marlins 5. and then the rest of them are going to be jumbled up. But this is a national team that's going to be scrappy, and they're going to take games. And they came back and won yesterday. That and barely freaking missed my over. But I think that grab the Nationals now. I could see a plus 171 once Hunter Brown and all those numbers go in. That number is going to drop probably to like 150, 145 area. So I like the Nationals in this game, Nick.
Fair. I'm on the team total for me in that game.
Okay.
Back to the chat.
Oh yeah. Where did you leave off?
It was right there. Bruins won.
Boo. Nats money line, yes. Nats, Natties, yes. Tim's face is a poem. Was a poem. Bet on the team's playing good. Or fade the team's playing bad. One or the other. Speaking about a bad team.
Yeah, the Cleveland Guardians. Terrible team. Against the elite Oakland Athletics. I'm being sarcastic, but I'm just trying to be funny. We have Tanner Bybee and Ross Stripling, your pitching matchup here. Guardians opening up at a 195 in this game, and we're seeing 165 now. We've seen a plummet in this line. Line opened up at an 8, down to a 7.5, so a move towards the under and a move towards the Oakland A's in this game here. Let's take a look at the line history here, where 95% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the Cleveland Guardians, with the line moving towards the Oakland A's. In this one here, 93% of the tickets, 93% of cash on the over, and yet this line's gone from an 8 to a 7.5. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Ross Stripling and Tanner Bybee, two pitchers that I really don't want to rely on for an under. Ross Stripling, 5.32 ERA, 1.65 WHIP, 6.85 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 2.66 walks per nine, a 397 BABIP, a 3.12 FIP, and a 4.45 SIERA. On the flip side, Bybee this year, 4.82 ERA, 1.71 WHIP, 8.68 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 4.82 walks per nine, a 352 BABIP, a 5.13 FIP, and a 4.64 SIERA. The hitting advantage goes towards the Guardians in this one here, 104 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to the Oakland A's, who are just hitting 80 WRC plus, which is 27th. Bullpen advantage also goes towards the Cleveland Guardians. Everything points to the Guardians in this game, other than the markets are pointing towards the Athletics, which is going to keep me off. Now, could this easily just be Guardians run line? Yeah, it could. The markets are kind of pointing towards an under here in this one as well. I think that would be the one play I would get to. The first 5 under would be my lean, but it's a pass for me.
It would have to be Cleveland or nothing. I'm not backing this A's team on the road. And you look at it, this is a Guardians team that's been really good this year. And they've won 6 out of their last 7, and they've covered the run line in 5 out of their last 7. So this is a Cleveland Guardians team that's actually played some really good baseball, and I believe they're one of the best teams in the MLB. I believe they're the best team in the American League at the moment. Half game behind the Yankees. But this is a Cleveland team that's up there that we did not really expect. I don't expect them to stay up there for very long, but I would lean towards the Cleveland Guardians in this one on the run line. What can I get that at? I know it might be the square play or whatever, but Cleveland run line plus 115. I'm kind of down for Cleveland run line today. I just the A's are just bad. I think that you're gonna make a bunch of money fading them this year. Plus, Ross Stripling has looked solid this year. So, yeah, give me the Cleveland Guardians run line, Nick.
I don't know. When the Oakland A's win 62 games this year, I don't know how much money you'll make fading them.
But will they win today, Nick?
I don't know. I do not know. That's why I'm not betting it.
Okay.
Odds are no. The odds are no. Statistically speaking.
Okay. Let's go back to the chat. Indians money line. No, it'd have to be run line.
And it would have to be Guardians run line.
It'd have to. it would have to be a run line. Let's go A's, the Guards. When they moved their new stadium, Project Stadium is beautiful, new stadium. Yeah, first 5 under. I could see that with Oakland, but on the other hand, I could see Cleveland being up 6-0 after 3 innings. So let's head to this game, Nick, which kind of burnt me yesterday.
Yeah, Cincinnati Reds and LA Angels, -130 with the Reds, total of 9 in this game. I got burned with the Angels first 5 yesterday. The Angels have been not a terrible team for me this year, though. Let's get into it here. Cincinnati Reds and LA Angels, Jose Soriano and Frankie Montas, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 135. It's down to a 128, so we've had to move towards the Angels. The Angels always seem to be the sharp side this season, and they've not been terrible this year. Line opened up at a 9.5 at -105, and it just ticked down to a 9. So we do have a move towards the under in this game, expecting Soriano and Montas to pitch well. 79% of the tickets, 83% of the cash on the over. If those lines moving towards the under, gives me some attention towards the under in this game. I do not trust these bullpens, so it would definitely be the first 5 under. 81% of the tickets and 81% of cash coming in on the Reds, and the line moving towards the LA Angels. So once again, the Angels looking like the sharp side in this one here, according to the markets. Jose Soriano making his 5th appearance. One of them was one of those where Covers likes to throw in a game log that shows nothing but zeros. So this is his 5th appearance. He's gone 3, 4, and 5 innings. So he's starting to get stretched out a little bit more. 4.8 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 4.8 walks per 9, a 2.22 BABIP, a 5.6 FIP, and a 4.07 SIERA. On the flip side, Frankie Montas, 4.34 ERA, 1.45 WHIP, 6.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 3.43 walks per 9, a 2.73 BABIP, a 5.24 FIP, and a 5.01 SIERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Reds in this game, slightly towards the Reds. I was trying to do math in my head here. And do comparison of numbers. And then the hitting advantage goes towards the Angels, 93 WRC plus, which is 12th or 19th compared to 88, which is 22nd. So both these teams subpar hitting against right-handed pitchers this year. I'm interested in the Angels in the first 5 innings is where I would be looking in this game. Don't know if I'm going to get to it, but that would be my lean at this moment.
No, I'm tired of getting burned by the stupid Angels. I'm not interested in this game. Now, I feel like we're going to end up seeing this a lot, and it might not matter throughout the entire season. Does the line seem a little bit short to you? That the Reds are only -130. I feel like that line's a little bit
I don't think the Reds are a good baseball team, though.
I know, but a lot of people might look at it and think that they are, but I don't know. The line seems a little bit short. I don't know if I trust Frankie Montas all that much. He got hammered his last time against Seattle. No, this is not a game I feel the need that I need to bet. So I'm in the same place as you in this one, Nick. This one's a stay away spot. It would be leaning towards the Angels, but can't really get involved.
Fair.
An over. I don't know about an over.
That's gone from a 9.5 and it ticked down to a 9. I don't know why it's moved toward the under, though. Like, I don't get it.
All right, Nick, we get to head to my wallet's favorite team.
Yeah, Cole Reagan's burned me yesterday. And, looking back at it, I should have been able to read that game a little bit better. Corbin Burns and Cole Reagan's. What do you think that game was probably? The most
automatic under.
The most obvious under on the board?
Yeah.
And the game finished 9-7?
Yeah, I had the under, so yeah.
I feel stupid that I missed that, honestly. Kansas City Royals are favorites in this game. Total of 9, -115 pick 'em favorites. This line did open up with the Royals as -130 favorites, though. So we've had a move towards Baltimore, who opened up at +120. And then line opened up at a 9 and even money. It's still a 9 and even money. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here. 69% of the tickets and 95% of the cash on the Royals. And the line's moving towards the Orioles. And then 89% of the tickets and 89% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on the over, with the line, I believe, moving towards the under, if I remember saying that right. Did I say that right? With the line moving towards the over in this game. Okay. So lines move towards the over with the money coming in on the over. That checks out. Taking a look as my screens go dark. Come on. There we go. The pitching matchup here, which is Seth Lugo and Cole Irvin. Cole Irvin's not been particularly great this year. 6.75 ERA, 1.70 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 3.07 walks per nine, a 375 BABIP, a 4.5 FIP, and a 4.64 SIERA. He's not been great. But on the flip side, Seth Lugo has actually settled into being a starting pitcher really well this year. This is going to be his fifth appearance this year, where he has been really good. A 1.05 ERA, 1.05 whip, only 4.56 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%. But when you give up that, when you have a strikeout rate that low, 2.1 walks, fine, and 259 BABIP. He doesn't give up many hits when the ball is put in play, and when he's not striking out many batters, a lot of balls are being put in play, and they're not hitting the great average there. 301 FIP and a 4.76 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the O's. Pretty significant here. 2.92 FIP, 2.69 SIERA compared to 4.31 and 4.59. And a hitting advantage here. The O's are smacking righties this year. 124 WRC plus, which is third in baseball, compared to the Royals 106, which is 14th. This line moving the way it has. And when you look at who Seth Lugo has faced, he's faced the White Sox twice and the Twins. And then he also faced the Astros, which he pitched well against the Astros. I'll give him that. But he's not faced that good of lineups. And the Astros hit lefties better than they hit righties. And Cole Irvin, when you look at who he's faced, Minnesota, Boston, and KC. So not the greatest of matchups either. But he did have a nice start in his last game where he gave up 2 earned runs on 6 hits. So maybe this is a step in the right direction for Cole Irvin. And I'm interested in the Baltimore Orioles in this game. Full game in this spot. I look for Seth Lugo to get hit a little bit here. And I can get even money here with the Orioles on ESPN bet. I'm going to take a shot with Baltimore here.
All right, you already know it's up on the side already. Once I heard you say Orioles, I clicked it in. I already had everything typed up and ready for it. I put it in the chat, like I do every single day. Today is day number 21 of 162 of betting the Orioles every single day. Money line is plus 110. I found it at, or plus 109. But to make it a little bit easier, I round the numbers for the tracking wise, because I don't want to. It gets annoying after a while having to do a bunch of. So I just evened it out. There's been times where they were plus 112 and I drop it down to plus 110. So it's around where that is. Plus 110 for the money line. For the minus 1.5 is plus 150. So those are the money line, run line so far this year. Orioles 13-7 on the money line, up 3.45. On the run line, they're 12-8, up 8 units. So this is been a system, Nick, that has been up 11.45 units so far to start the year.
I kind of want to go back and look at what my Dodgers is doing. I want to see if my Dodger fade is doing better than your Oriole backing.
Well, we'll see how it goes right now, but keep in mind, mine is 2 bets per thing.
Yeah.
So
I would compare it to the run line and the money line.
Oh,
it would be Dodger fade versus Oriole money line backing versus Oriole run line backing.
Got it. But nothing's coming cloose to fading the Marlins.
No, well, the Marlins fade is
dude. We could have probably just looked at each other, went fade the Dodgers, back the Orioles, fade the Marlins, and those are the 3 plays up on the site the entire year.
And we'd be doing great.
And we would do phenomenal.
Yeah.
But that being said, we still we're still putting up other plays. Trust me, we're not just doing that. I don't trust Frankie Montes. Words even the A's have uttered. Yes, they have. Let's go Villa. Did they tie it up? Yes. Austin Villa tied it up at 1. By the way, Everton money line, nice winner there. I have Austin Villa that's now tied up at 1, and I have Liverpool later minus 1.25. Those are my 3 soccer plays today. So let's go soccer. Already got a nice winner. So I'm doing well in soccer right now. Royals, no. Frankie says relax, and by that I'm on the Angels. you go.
Hey, it's Frankie.
There's my post that I do every single day about the Orioles. Yo, what's up, Markel? Man, you up 1-0 already? Who are they against? Coventry. Oh, it's English FA Cup. It's not even EPL. How the hell did the plus 3,200 parlay do yesterday?
The what now?
Which one? You got it, Craig. Which one? Tigers first 5 and the money line. My favorite bet today. Twins starting pitcher has lost every game, first 5 in full game he's pitched this year. Louis Varland.
Oh, Louis Varland, his ass. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I can get after that with you. Well, speaking of,
yeah, let's continue on here. We have the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. We have the Twins minus 115 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. Casey Mize versus Louis Varland, and we're seeing the Twins open up at a 115. And it's up to a 125. So we've had a move towards the Minnesota Twins in this game now. The line opened up at an 8.5. It's down to an 8. So we move towards the under. We've moved towards the Twins in this one here. 50% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the Twins. The line moving towards them. 78% of the tickets, 75% of cash on the over, and the line moving towards the under in this one here a little bit. It did open up at an 8.5. It dropped down to an 8, and it's continued to move towards the under since dropping down to the 8. So kind of interesting. They expect Louis Varland to pitch well today, which, according to, has lost every single, according to Vaught, has lost every single first 5 in full game he started this year. Casey Mize and Louis Varland. This is Varland's 4th appearance. And you know who he's faced him? How about 3 of the best teams in baseball so far this season? Well, the Brewers on the road. He faced the Brewers in Milwaukee, at home against the Dodgers, and on the road against Baltimore. No duh, he's lost his first 3 starts. Those are 3 of the better teams in baseball. This is a major step down when you look at the lineup he gets to face today. This is also Casey Mize's 4th start as well. Mize a 4.11 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 7.04 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 1.76 walks per 9, a 2.92 BABIP, a 3.27 FIP, and a 3.73 SIERA. On the flip side, Louis Varland, 8.36 ERA, a 2.07 WHIP, 10.29 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 3.21 walks per 9, a 4.22 BABIP, a 6.84 FIP, and a 3.73 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Twins in this game here, and the hitting advantage goes towards the Tigers, 86 WRC plus, which is 23rd, compared to the Twins, who are hitting 77 WRC plus, which is 29th. I want to back Louis Varland in the start, who has been terrible this year, but has played 3 really solid lineups. And this is a major step down for Louis Varland in this for this matchup. Do I trust the Minnesota Twins to put up runs, though? The answer to that is no. I've been on the first 5 under the first 3 games of the series, and I can get a 4.5 on FanDuel. A 4.5 minus 120 on Bet365. I'm taking the first 5 under here in this game. I want to back Louis Varland to have a good start against a significantly worse lineup than what he's faced in the first 3 starts. So I'm going to take the first 5 under 4.5 and minus 120 here in this game.
I was looking at this game a little bit, but once again, this is a AL Central, which for whatever reason I can't get right. The fact that the Twins are favored in this game with the
tells you a little bit something, right?
It tells me enough to kind of stay away from this game. So hey, good luck to you, but I don't bet these teams because I don't get them right, and I'm here to make some money. So if I wanted to bet games just to bet games, yeah, I could find a spot for each game, but I don't feel like it's worth it. So this one's a stay away spot for me, Nick.
There you go.
Let me save that real quick.
Oh, and it's Twins or nothing for the side. Twins or nothing. Yeah, you already mentioned that last. Yeah.
With Denver and the Carolina teams. Oh, I had one: Denver Nuggets, New York Mets, East Carolina baseball, and the New York Islanders. Yeah, 4-0. Hey, it's 1-0, Markel. It's 1-0. Twins money line, Real Madrid money line. I don't know who Real Madrid's even playing. I don't really care. It's not in the EPL, so it doesn't really matter. Fade the market. It's all about Mize. Give me Mize. Mizey. Fade. Tigers on the road for a week. They have been. No, thank you. Tired. Bullpen tired. Players tired. Fair. Let's keep on going to this series that's made me some money.
Yeah, we have the St. Louis Cardinals. Wow. Did I type that in right? Minus 160 favorites?
Yep.
Yeah. It's Colin Ray versus Sonny Gray. All right. I think this line tells you everything you need to know a little bit right off the rip here. Let's get into it here. We have a lot of interleague play. This is only one of 4 matchups between 2 National League teams. About half the league is playing interleague right now. Line opened up at 142 for the Cardinals, and it's climbed 162 now. Line opened up at an 8.5 plus money, and it dropped immediately to 8, and now we're seeing 7.5. So a move towards the under and a big move towards the Cardinals in this game here. 72% of tickets, 67% of cash on the Cardinals, and the line moving towards them here. And then we have 82% of the tickets and 82% of the cash on the over, and the line dropping towards the under, which is kind of interesting there as well. We have Sonny Gray, who I believe has made 1 start this year and looks phenomenal in it. I stand corrected. He's made 2 starts. And something he's yet to do is give up an earned run. He's 11 innings, no earned runs, 9 hits, no walks, and 11 strikeouts. He's looked phenomenal. I understand why he's a minus 160 favorite in this game. Colin Ray on the other side is not going to go super far in the game, if I remember right. No, my bad. That was him last year. 5 innings, 6 innings, 5 2/3. So he's gone 3 starts, 2.7 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, 5.94 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%. 1.62 walks per 9, a 278 BABIP, a 4.16 FIP, and a 4.46 SIERA. Sonny Gray, he's looked awesome so far this year. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Cardinals in this game, actually. 3.34 FIP, 2.84 SIERA compared to 4.02 and 3.28. Hitting advantage going towards the Brewers, 128 WRC plus, which is second against righties, compared to 83, which is 25th. I like Sonny Gray an awful lot, though. I think Sonny Gray is the best pitcher on the staff. He's just been hurt to start the year. Granted, he's faced Philadelphia and Oakland his 2 starts. This is first 5 under or nothing for me. And I expect him to pitch well. Do I trust him to do that right now or after 2 strong starts? That does make me a little nervous. This game's going to be a pass for me. It's Cardinals -1, or it's the first 5 under for me. That is it.
I like the Brewers. And I know this could be why are the Cardinals this big of favorites against the number 1 team in their division? And it's not. I'm not a believer in this Cardinals team. We talk about this pretty much daily, where the Cardinals are always overvalued, Nick.
They're always the sharp side.
They're always the sharp side, just like it's always the sharp side to fade the Orioles. Or it's always the sharp side to back the Oakland Athletics or the Chicago White Sox. I'm not really falling for that crap anymore. I'm tired of losing money that way. I like the Brewers in this matchup. I'll take the plus money with them. Go for the sweep the Redbirds. I'm not a believer in this in this St. Louis Cardinals team. Last place Cardinals.
Fair. I think the Pirates probably finished last in the division, personally.
They could, but last place Cardinals for me.
All right. Back to the chat.
All the money on the Cards?
A decent amount of money on the Cards. The market showed respect, though.
Okay. Brewers money line, yes. That Yankee record looking worse and worse. I need to snag that Stinkies to miss playoffs plus 400 before it's too late, like they did last year. I really like that bet. I hope it hits for you. Brew Crew, you're on the Yankees money line minus 130. Yeah,
I'm only on Tampa first 5. I could see the Yankees winning full game.
Cardinals -1. This is a card spot getaway game day for the Brewers, and Cards dropped first 2 games of the series. Do the Brewers play tomorrow? Brewers do play tomorrow in Pittsburgh. So, interesting. Let's keep on going, and we get our favorite team.
Yep. You can already put this one up on the side.
It's already been up for a while. It's been up for a solid.
This one kind of scares me, though. I'm not gonna lie. This game kind of scares me.
Nope.
And I get it's the Marlins fade, but on the flip side, look at the pitcher we have to back today, Kyle Hendricks, who is washed as washed gets this year. The line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 127. So we've had a 3-cent line movement towards the Marlins. And line opened up at an 8.5 minus 105. It's an 8.5 even money. So we've had a move towards the under. We've had a move towards the Marlins. 84% of tickets, 95% of cash on the Cubs, and the line moving towards the Marlins. If this was any team other than the Marlins, I'd probably be on the Marlins in this spot. 77% of tickets, 79% of the cash on the over, and the line moving towards the under, which is interesting. They expect Kyle Hendricks to have a good start in this game. And it's Edward Cabrera on the opposite side. Hendricks has a 12 ERA. Let's not sugarcoat it. He's been terrible this year. 7 runs, 5 runs. The Cubs are going to need to score 7+ in this game to win this game. And maybe we add the Cubs team total over. But for me in this game, I mean, it's pretty plain and simple. We're going to we haven't lost 2 in a row yet, fading the Miami Marlins.
Once.
We haven't.
It's because the Yankees didn't cover a run line and then they lost.
Okay. You know why I didn't click in my head? I pushed a -1 the first time around. So I haven't lost back-to-back bets fading the Marlins yet this year. And even if they lose today, I still wouldn't. So until we lose back-to-back bets fading the Marlins, we're going to continue fading the Marlins. So Cubs, money line, -130 over on Bet365 for me.
Yeah, I've only lost it once because of the juice on the Yankees. But no, come on. We're continuing to bet the Cubs or fade the Marlins, I should say.
I love the Cubs.
16-6 this year, fading the Marlins. We kind of we said in the beginning of the year, last place Marlins, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and it's been quite nice. It's been the most profitable trend that we've bet this year. So. Sorry. I like the we're on the Cubbies. Money line was -126.
I like it.
Suppness, Hendricks straight ass. So
he absolutely is. This is definitely the most terrifying Marlins fade of the year. Personally, for me, is having to back Kyle Hendricks.
This game's gross.
I hate this series. And I actually bet the first game of the series and it was postponed. And I really don't have any interest in backing the second one. This game is the front end of a doubleheader as well. Because these two teams play at 8 o'clock tonight as well. So these two teams will play 2 games because there was the postponement on Friday. Line opened up at a 175 for the Mariners. It's now 186. Line opened up at a 10.5 -120. It's a 10.5 -108. So we've had to move towards the under. We've had to move towards the Mariners in this game here. We have 94% of the tickets, 99% of cash on the Mariners, the line moving that way. And we have 62% of the tickets and 80% of the cash on the over and the line moving that way. For this matchup here, we have, where is this matchup? Seattle. We have George Kirby and Cal Quantrill. Kirby, I expect better from Kirby. 6.64 ERA, 1.33 whip, 8.41 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 0.89 walks per nine, a 354 BABIP, but a 305 FIP and a 3.65 SIERA tells me he's getting unlucky, and we should expect better from George Kirby. On the flip side, Cal Quantrill, 5.57 ERA, 1.52 whip, 4.71 strikeouts per nine, which is 12%. 3 walks per nine, a 3.04 BABIP, a 5.63 FIP, and a 5.15 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Mariners. 4.16 FIP, 3.43 Sierra compared to 4.97 and 4.58. Hitting advantage goes towards the Mariners, 101 WRC plus, which is 15th, compared to 80, which is 28th. This is George Kirby's get-right game. And I know that sounds crazy for a game that you're starting in Coors Field. This is your get-right game right here. And granted, do I want to lay $1.20 on the road on a run line? The answer is a pretty plain and simple no. The Mariners win this game. They probably cover the run line. They're too expensive, though, to pass.
I think there's 2 ways to approach this, Nick. Seattle run line both games, Colorado money line both games.
Or the third option is don't bet either.
Yeah, I mean obviously, but I mean if we wanted to bet it, those are the 2 options. And as crazy as it sounds, I kind of lean Colorado both games. Plus 165 game 1, plus 120-ish game 2. I could see this series getting split, and if it gets split, I make money. Because they're both plus money. It's a lean towards Colorado both games, but
there are better games on the board than this one.
There are better games, especially playoff games. So, no real need to get involved in it.
Yeah,
I was close to doing Colorado both games.
Yeah, no, thank you for me.
Capitals first quarter plus first period plus a half, so you could tie. When if it's tied,
I don't like turning a dog into a favorite like that. So no, I would say just take the plus 150 and take the push if it's tied.
Get right spot for Kirby.
Absolutely is. I'm not laying minus 120 to find out though. Okay. On a run line.
Panthers and Reg, no. Nationals, yes. The Nats first 5 money lines, sure. Bam Adebayo over rebounds, sure. Red Sox over, yeah. Tanner, not so. Justin Bibby over 1.5 walks. Tigers team total over. Mavs, Kyrie offense, and PJ Walker defense props. I like the Clippers today. Rockies couldn't hit with their ass. Rockies couldn't hit their ass with their head.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Isn't blind fading the Marlins the most profitable bet MLB bet this season? It's got to be one of them.
One of them. It's been beautiful. I love it.
Cold weather, high of 59, but don't expect it to warm up today in Denver. Fair. Real Madrid money line. Good luck. I'm currently sweating out the Austin Villigan. Do you guys like the Yankees today? No.
No, I took the Rays first 5.
Thanks for yesterday, Twins, of course. No, bet the Mavs and series. We will see. I have the Clippers today, and I have the Clippers for the series. So there's just too much love on the Mavericks, but we'll get into that later. Nick?
Yeah, with the San Francisco Giants and the Arizona Diamondbacks we got to pick them here in this game. Total of 7.5 in this spot here. Take a look at the pitching matchup in this one here between Merrill Kelly and Jordan Hicks. This line opened up at a 115 down to a 106 for the Giants. We've got to move towards the Diamondbacks. The line opened up at a 7.5 minus 125. It's now 117. Move towards the under in this one as well. 84% of the tickets, 75% of the cash is on the over though, and the line moving towards the under, which is really interesting. 74% of tickets and 55% of the cash is coming in on the Giants, and the line moving towards the Diamondbacks, which is also very interesting. We have Hicks and Kelly. Kelly's been good this year. 2.19 ERA, 0.93 whip, 7.66 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 2.19 walks per nine, a 226 BABIP, a 3.81 FIP, and a 3.73 Sierra. On the flip side, Jordan Hicks, 1.57 ERA, 0.91 whip, 7.04 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2.35 walks per nine, a 230 BABIP, a 3.11 FIP, and a 3.75 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the hitting advantage going towards the Giants, 101 WRC plus, which is 16th, compared to 92, which is 20th. I think this game's an under. And the line, all this money coming in on the over, and the line moving towards the under is screaming under in this game. I want to shop around here for this one. I want to bet this first 5 under on this game, Arizona and San Fran. Neither of them are hitting particularly well. Little juicy there, minus 130, but I'll take a first 5 under in this game. Getting the hook at minus 130, 4.5. I'm seeing a 4 at minus 105 on Bet365 and ESPN Bet and BetMGM, but I'm going to opt for the 4.5 at minus 130 on FanDuel.
I like Merrill Kelly. I like Arizona in this one. I will say we did not bet the first game that Arizona won. I had San Francisco yesterday in a bounce back spot. That worked out nicely. Merrill Kelly's been solid. 6 earned runs in 24 2/3 innings pitched. He's been the better pitcher on this. He's been the best pitcher on this Arizona Diamondbacks staff. On the opposite side, you got Jordan Hicks, which has been solid as well this year. Solid 23 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. I do like Arizona in this matchup. I think that Merrill Kelly can slow down this Giants offense. And after yesterday's game, I'm not saying it's a back and forth theory or whatever, but I'm going to be back on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yesterday was a clear fade spot for them. Today, I feel like they can get the job done, Nick.
Fair. I'm on the first 5 under 4.5, minus 130.
I have the under 200 alternative in the Celtics game. I do not. I have the over. KC, Astros, 1.5. Bucks, Panthers, over. Brewers, Rays, see you at the window. I do not like Kansas City. I do not like the Astros today. I do not like the Bucks. Panthers over, fine. Brewers, yes. Rays, sure. Yeah, the Lex lock of the day is PJ Washington over a 0.5 block. Okay. All right, Nick. This one's been a fun series.
Yeah. The LA Dodgers and the New York Mets. You guys already know where I'm going in this game. It's pretty obvious. I'm just going to continue fading the Dodgers, which are 12-11 this year, and I would love to go back and see what the record is. And I might do that when you break down this game a little bit here. We have this game, Adrian Hauser and Tyler Glasnow. This line opened up with the Dodgers. If this will click, that would be cool. There we go. As there's no way this line opened up. Oh, it was a pitching change. Okay. The line reopened. Yep. Line reopened up because I was going to say this line did not open up at 175. No, it reopened up at 220 after the pitching change. It's now 255. Line opened up at reopened up here at a 9 at minus 115 where it is stayed put. Let's take a look at the cash flow where 89% of tickets and 88% of the cash is on the Dodgers. No surprise there. 67% of tickets and 74% of the cash is on the over in this one as well. And I shouldn't have to elaborate too much. I am on the Mets. It is a fade of the Dodgers. That is the entire cap of the whole game is betting against the Dodgers every game, which I've noticed there's been one book that's given me the best odds to fade the Dodgers. It feels like almost every time. And that would be Caesars. Caesars does not like the Dodgers, or the Caesars loves the Dodgers too much. And they keep giving me better numbers to fade the Dodgers there. So I'm getting plus 215 with the Mets over on Caesars with them here.
Hey, it not only that, but it's the Mets are the hottest team in baseball. And I will not be taking any further questions. This is a Mets team that after starting 0-5 has went and won 12 out of the last 15. And against quality opponents, and are going to and have a chance to sweep the Dodgers. But no, there's no way the big bad Dodgers get swept and get put down.
There's no chance they get swept
and get put down to even 500. Not a chance. By the way, the that division's a lot closer than it was a while ago with the Padres only a game back, the Diamondbacks a game and a half back, and the Giants a game and a half back. So we could possibly see, man, if a couple of things go the right way in a couple of days, we could see a fourth place Dodgers team. That being said, anyways, I'm on the Mets. We got plus 223. Like this is outrageous. Just because it's Glass now on the mound does not mean that the Dodgers should be this big of favorites, especially the way that they've been playing as of late. Give me the red hot New York Mets.
Yep.
Pitching is bad for the Dodgers. I agree. Rode the Mets last 2 games. I'll take my profits and run away from Glass now. I'm not scared of Glass now. Ohtani not starting strong. What's LA Dodgers' future look like?
They're still chalk.
Still not bettable. Austin Villa goal? Yes, let's go. I have Austin Villa minus 116 on the site, so let's go. Come on. Let's get that through, and then we could try to get Liverpool, and let's see if we can try to sweep soccer today.
All right.
Let's jump into this one, Nick.
Yep, we have this game, then we have Sunday Night Baseball left. San Diego Padres and the Toronto Blue Jays. Padres minus 125 favorites, total of 8 in this game. The Padres looking to avoid getting swept by these Toronto Blue Jays. We have Joe Musgrove and Chris Bassett. Where this line opened up at a 130, it's down to a 123 for the Padres. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 115. It's down to an 8.5. Open up at an 8 minus 115. Now it's an 8 at minus 105. A move towards the under. A move towards the Blue Jays in this game. 73% of the tickets and 52% of the cash is on the Padres, and the line's moving towards the Blue Jays. 27% of the tickets, 48% of the cash on Toronto. Piques my interest with the Blue Jays in this game an awful lot. 75% of the tickets, 78% of the cash on the over, and this line moving towards the under as well. Piques my interest in the under. Bassett and Musgrove. Bassett, 4.03 ERA, 1.57 whip, 8.87 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 4.43 walks per 9, a 3.44 BABIP, a 4.59 FIP, and a 4.37 SIERA. Joe Musgrove's been terrible this year. 6.29 ERA, 1.77 whip, 7.4 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 4.07 walks per 9, a 3.97 BABIP, a 5.13 FIP, and a 4.72 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Padres. They've had the better bullpen so far this year, and the hitting advantage does go towards the Padres as well, which is going to point me towards the direction of just a first 5 innings play in this game. But give me the Blue Jays in this game here. Give me the better pitcher with the way Bassett's looked to start the year, and a Blue Jays team that's kind of feeling it these first few games of the series, coming in off of almost a series sweep against the Yankees. And they're playing decent baseball at the moment, the Blue Jays. So I'm going to grab them here. First 5 innings, because I don't trust them full game for this spot. First 5 innings at plus 110.
I know I'm boring. I don't bet Blue Jay games. I don't get them right, so I don't even try. I see those games. I see Blue Jays. I cross out game. I see 2 AL Central teams going up against each other. I cross out game, and then I start capping my card. So. Nothing for me in this one, so good luck to you with your Blue Jays pick.
Yep.
Clippers plus 12.5, Mavericks plus 7.5, Luka over 30 plus points, plus 100. No sweat, bet on DK. Don't hate that. You like the Jays too? What's your favorite dog today? The Mets. The Orioles are technically a dog.
I don't hate the Orioles either.
Yeah. Let's head to Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah, Sunday Night Baseball, and I hate this matchup. It's a good pitching matchup. I hate both these teams. The Atlanta Braves and the Texas Rangers. We have the Braves as minus 150 favorites, total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where it opened up at a 155 for the Braves. It's down to a 153. So we've had a 2-cent line movement towards the Texas Rangers. Line opened up at a 10 at minus 105. It's down to a 10 at minus 102. We have Michael Lorenzen versus Darius Vines. Your pitching matchup here. I don't think these two pitchers have pitched much this year.
Both
Michael Lorenzen, 1 game so far this year. Okay, so we don't have too much to go off of with these two pitchers. WRC plus, which is number 1, and then the Rangers 113, which is 6th. So maybe an over in this game. 67% of tickets, 59% of cash is on the over. The line moving slightly towards it. 94% of tickets, 97% of cash on the Braves, and the line moving towards the Rangers. I have absolutely zero interest in this game now. This is a pass for me. I'm good.
I was kind of leaning under. I think that 10 is way too high. And I could definitely see a playoff style baseball game where you get a really solid pitching spot. I know Darius Vines is nothing crazy. He's pitched once. That was a 6-1 game that he pitched in. Michael Lorenzen's pitched once. It was a revenge spot against his Detroit Tigers, and that game finished 1-0. So these two pitchers have had really solid starts to start off the year, only one game each. But with a primetime game, I kind of lean towards the under in this one. Do the Rangers play tomorrow, or do the Braves play tomorrow? We're going to be back in the Braves tomorrow, though, Nick.
Dodgers?
Marlins.
Okay.
And then
do they travel?
They do not.
Oh,
and then
boy.
The Rangers don't have a game tomorrow. The next Ranger game is at home against Seattle. So no fading the Rangers part of this yet, or this time. But,
yeah. My question is, it's TBD versus TBD. See, my worry about that series coming up is I'm going to have to back the Marlins. I can see the Braves being a minus 300 favorite.
No, I'm still doing the fade the Marlins every day.
You would lay $1.50 on a run line?
Well, they're the home team. I don't think it's going to be $1.50.
Well, you know what I mean. Like you'll lay that. You'll lay a minus.
I'll lay minus 125 on a run line to fade the Marlins. Yes,
we'll see.
Twins will stay in the Mets. I mean, it's the bigger dog. I would say Orioles would probably be my more confident one. Took a shot with the correct score 3-1. I predicted 2-1 or 3-1 in the Villa game. Hey, as long as Villa wins, that's all I care about, and it's still 2-1 in the 62nd minute. So go Villa. Let's head to some playoffs, Nick.
Yeah, I've moved on one game so far in for today, and it's this game right here. The Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. The Celtics are laying 2 touchdowns in an NBA playoff game. And the total of 209.5 in this game. We're seeing 210 pop up here. Line opened up at 13. It went from a 13 to a 13.5 to a 14 to a 14.5 in some spots. Line opened up at a 210. It got all the way down to a 208. It's back up to a 210. So we've had no movement on the total, and we've had a decent 1.5 move towards the Boston Celtics. 59% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is coming in on the Miami Heat, with the line moving towards the Celtics. 78% of the tickets and 82% of the cash is coming in on the over in this game here. And when you look at this game, Tim, you see the spread. What is the first thing you think when you see the spread?
That's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points, ain't it? I'm on the Celtics minus 13.5. I got that last night on BetMGM. And I get it. A lot of people, and I feel like this is this series that people are going to try to get too cute and try to take the Heat plus 3.5. But when we're done with this series and it's over in 4 games and the Celtics win by the point differential of at least 100, people are going to understand why the Celtics are this big of a favorite in the series. I don't see any game in this series finishing closer than 20 points. This is the best Celtics team that we've seen in a while. And we have a beat-up Miami Heat team with no Terry Rozier and no Jimmy Butler. They're going to run into the chainsaw of the Boston Celtics, and they're going to come out with their ass whooped. I'm on the Celtics at minus 13.5 in this game.
I'm on the over. And here's the deal. Can I get 85 points, 90 points from the Heat? That's all I'm going to ask for, because I'm expecting at least 120, 125 from the Celtics. I'm just never laying 14.5 or 14 or 13.5. That's just not going to happen. For me, I'm on the over. I just keep on pour it on. Boston's going to end up scoring 120 plus. So over.
I hope so. Yeah. My worry is that when the Heat score 80, I don't know if that will help you get your over.
I could still see it going over. What do you think about the over in the Baltimore game? I could see it. Do you have Villa to win or to advance? I have them to win the game. Happily got plus 14.5. No game comes within 20. I want some of that good that you're on.
Okay, I may not be the NBA guy, but I would like an explanation on how the Miami Heat, with no Jimmy Butler and no Terry Rozier, and them being beat up, keep a game. Maybe they keep a game within 10 in Miami. Okay, I'll give them that, but I see this as a sweep, and I think the odds tell you everything you need to know about this game. This series, when the Celtics to sweep are only plus 125. And I could easily come back and be wrong, and the Heat win outright in one of these games. I don't see it. I just don't. And the public loves the Heat in this spot.
So what you're saying is Heat money line. Got it.
Yeah, probably.
You're saying that there's no chance the Heat win a game in the series.
I think it's very unlikely.
All right, let's move to this one, Nick. And this is a game that I do like.
Boston's,
yeah. Well, I have a bet on all the games, but
Dallas Mavericks. There we go. Dallas Mavericks and the LA Clippers. With the Mavericks, now we're seeing 2.5s and 3s out there. With the Dallas Mavericks, total of 222 in this game. This is a tricky series. I see a lot of love for the Dallas Mavericks. Line opened up at -1.5 for the Clippers, and it's moved to a 3 for Dallas. I would love to know if there's any interest.
Kawhi's game time decision tells me he's not going to play.
This line tells me Kawhi's not playing.
Yep.
Line opened up at a 227. It's down to a 222. Big move towards the under. And this one here, 60% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the over. I'm assuming that's with the line coming down. And then we have 74% of the tickets and 60% of cash on the Mavericks in this game here. This line tells me Kawhi doesn't play. My question to you, Tim, is if Kawhi is ruled out, what is this line?
Probably about this.
You think this line is baked in that Kawhi is out?
Yep.
My intentions on this game is hope Kawhi gets ruled out and grab the Clippers, hopefully at like a +4. I'm hoping this line goes up a point.
I got Clippers plus 145. Kawhi, no Kawhi, I don't really care. This is a Mavericks team that's getting a lot of love, and I'm not going to buy it. I see nobody on the Clippers. Nobody. And I think this is going to be a very competitive series. I can easily see the Clippers winning this one in 6 to 7 games, and close competitive games. The fact that I can get them at home at a nice plus price tag, yes, I know no Kawhi probably, but I like the spot here for the Clippers to get the job done. I have them plus 145. So let's roll a little bit of the clip show today, Nick.
Gotcha.
Heat is stacked with playoff type players. They don't need to be name brand. They don't.
Right. Fair enough.
Hey, I hope they give me some points tonight or today. This is a game I think I doubled up on.
Yeah, this one's tricky, and I would like to see what the series looks like. We have the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are 1-point road favorites against not the Brewers, Bucks. My dumbass was on baseball mode trying to type in these games this morning.
Good job.
There we go. Total 231.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where it opened up at let's see, line opened up at a Milwaukee -3, but that was probably with Giannis maybe kind of questionable. I'm assuming he is not playing because it's now -1.
I think he's going to be out for most of the series.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that was -3 when they anticipated him in, and that is also probably when the Bucks were 2-1 favorites to win the series. Now to pick them for the series. I have no interest in this series whatsoever, and I don't think I have too much interest in the next game as well. Maybe look towards the Pellies next game, but for me, I would want to back the Bucks a little bit. And I know you like your Pacers. I want to fade the injury report a little bit here. That would be my lean in this one here, is backing the Bucks. But I kind of want to look for game 2s. And I didn't bet too much on the NHL game 1s. And I think I'm only going to be with the Celtics here in game 1 here. And I want to probably look at what happens games 1s and use those to bet game 2s. So it's going to be a no play for me. I've got something to get to, so I'm going to bounce out now. I'll let you finish.
Good luck today, Nick.
Yep. All right. Have a good night.
Anyways, bye. All right, let's do this. I'm on the Pacers and the over. This is a Pacers team that I have winning the series. I have them winning it in 5. I'm not a big fan. Giannis, it did not matter to me, just because I would have taken the Pacers at whatever line. And the big reason why is I don't trust Doc Rivers for the Bucks. And ever since Rivers got put in the spot, the Bucks have looked like shit. They've been an even 500 team after starting off really solid. Not a team I want to get invested in. Just a Pacers team that's played a lot better defense ever since getting Pascal Siakam. I think it's a good spot for the Pacers to get the job done. Pacers and the over for this one. Goliath game time decision. Pacers money line. There you go. Wishing your twin good luck. You're such a sweetheart, Tim. Yeah, I know what he's going to. So yes, I'm wishing him good luck. Anyways, we'll finish on out the card with the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder are 8-point favorites with a total of 215.5 in this game. Zion Williams is out for the Pelicans. And I like this game. I got Oklahoma City futures. I think Oklahoma City is I have a feeling that that's going to be the toughest test for the Denver Nuggets in this playoffs. I could easily see the Thunder winning this one in 5 games, 4 games, 5 games, sweeping the series. And the only reason why the Pelicans, Ingram's a little bit beat up and no Zion, obviously. So it's kind of a short-handed Pelicans team. Sure, they got a little bit of experience from last year. That's great to see for them. I think they struggle here. Give me Oklahoma City. I got them minus the 8 in this one. Just give me over in the Pacers game, just like old times. Yeah, especially with these 2 teams, with those 2 teams, yes. Over in that game is perfectly fine with me. Real quick, they're scrolling across the bottom. College baseball, Virginia Tech today, even money versus Duke. I like Tennessee minus 125. That's against Kentucky. I took Miami versus Louisville minus 130. I took Mizzou plus 145 versus LSU. I took Kansas State against Oklahoma State, California against Oregon State, and Stanford against Oregon. Those are some college baseball plays as well for today. But that is all the games for today. Quick recap. Hockey for me, I know I didn't get talked over. I like the Lightning. I like the Capitals. I like kindly under in the Avalanche game, and I like the Canucks. I think the Canucks make it out of that series. Baseball today, give me the Red Sox. Give me the Nationals. Cleveland run line. Baltimore. Brewers. Cubs. Mets. And the Diamondbacks. And then the NBA games we just talked over, but over in the Heat game, Clippers, Pacers, over in Pacers, and the Thunder. Just found out Pascal Siakam is also from Cameroon. There you go. Go Siakam. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.